Yeah, it's accurate.
What do you think? How does this guy get these two big cases against Trump?
I think what
go ahead.
I think what we're watching is that the traditional mechanisms of the Democratic Party no longer exist to exercise power. They don't have the House, they don't have the White House, they don't have the Senate, they don't have the Supreme Court. They were repudiated by both the popular and electoral college, and in that vacuum, you're seeing two things of points of resistance. One is street theater, and that's sort of the Jasmine Crockett threats of violence, the Tesla attacks, the smutty videos by House members and senators disrupting the joint session by Al Green. And then the other side of it is this lawfare that's kind of it's the twin to what we saw when Trump was a citizen in the wilderness for 4 years. You know, the Alvin Bragg, Lakita James, E. Jean Carroll suit, Jack Smith, and Fannie Willis. And so this judge is now pretty much the point of resistance. He's famous. We never heard of him. Probably will never hear of him again in 2 or 3 years. But right now, all the Democrats who have no levers of traditional power are looking to him. And he's inserted himself in 1, 2, maybe 3 of these cases. And he's kind of a cult hero. He's the judicial counterpart to Jasmine Crockett. Both were non-entities just a few months ago, but in that vacuum, they got to be known. They're power hungry. They think they're going to single-handedly stop Trump, and that's what it's all about.
Amazing.
Delay, delay, delay.
This Judge Boasberg, James Boasberg, reminds me so much of Juan Merchan in New York, who he was clearly headed out for Trump. But and then we found out that Juan Merchan's daughter ran a think tank or a PR group that was taking money from several Democrats. And so the best thing that could happen would be Trump not being able to run for president. And it was really, really clearly a conflict of interest to this non-lawyer. But then this guy, this Boasberg, Laura Loomer discovered that Boasberg's daughter runs a 501c3, an NGO that's taking money from USAID to protect illegals, house and hide illegals in this country. How is that not a conflict?
Well, it is. And it reminds me of Judge Kaplan and E. Jean Carroll. He was a hardcore leftist judge. Same thing with Judge Engoron. Remember in the Lakita James that put gag orders on Trump and initially fined him over $400 million. He had been a Democratic donor. And so, and Judge Furman, I think he's the judge that is in charge of the Mahmoud Khalil case. I think his brother, if I'm not mistaken, was the economic advisor to Obama. So they know the register of lower district federal judge. The whole point of it is to delay it, and it worked like a clock for them in the first administration. They got Robert Mueller, the phony collusion. Next thing we knew, they ate up 22 months of Trump's first term, and then all of a sudden it was over in August, and then they said, Zelensky call, interference with Ukraine, next thing we knew, it was on to impeachment, and that added up 3 or 4 months, and that's what it's designed to do, and they know that Trump will not be there for another term, and they feel they can delay, and then get into the district appellate court and delay, and it really is incumbent upon Justice Roberts to galvanize the Supreme Court and say, you know what, this is sort of an insurrection. This is one man in a very minor position that is determining the national security interests of the United States.